Greetings, everyone. This is Team Impact represented by me, Devraj, and Yathar. And the topic that we have taken is Adaptive Circular Resilience Hub Networks for Sustainable Agricultural Trade. First, let us understand what are the constraints and what are the challenges that we need to face, and ultimately, what our solutions are. First, let us address the vicious cycle of market access and food waste. Focusing on small-scale farmers and producers, they have been facing systemic exclusion from the markets because they lack storage, access, even the standards that is required to sell in those markets, which have let them sell at much lower prices than they should have actually got. Also, because of this, because of the inability of selling, also in the delays as well as transportation problems, what we could see that this ultimately has been resulting in about 50% losses because of this. If we need to quantify it, it's more than 649,000 tons of food, which is more than $1 billion dollars, are rejected in the borders annually, as well as more than 500 million small holders remains limited to just subsistence agriculture. When we look this from a policy point of ground, we found that there are policies that are addressing this. However, they are not interlinked. However, if we now look at it, that is because of lack of market access, the food is going for waste. These are quite interlinked and thus we come towards the vicious cycle of no market access to more food waste.
Now coming to the solution, introducing the Adaptive Circular Resilience Hub Networks, which is a bold approach to transform agricultural trade for small-scale producers. Our solution stands on three pillars of systemic change. First, progressive circular trade finance, linking mobile money, smart contracts, and blockchain to close a 2.5 trillion trade finance gap and cut high rejection rates. Second, technology adaptive hubs, flexible centers that match local realities from simple storage and mobile tools to Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, reducing waste and boosting farmer incomes. Third, context responsive trade standards, a multi-tier framework that gradually moves from manual to high-end technological compliance such as blockchain, addressing a comprehensive rejection rate for trade documentation as well as interconnected factors. Together, these pillars build a scalable, inclusive, and waste-smart trade future. Coming to the our last component, how does the Adaptive Circular Resilience Hub network shall work in practice? It begins with step one, pilot selection, choosing regions, for instance, like East Africa, where cooperatives are ready, mobile money penetration is above 30%, and crop demand is strong. Moving on to step two, finance mechanism launch, where credit lines are set up using mobile money and hybrid verification, moving to smart contracts for automated disbursements in later phases. Step three, hub establishment. Basic hubs start with manual data collection, solar powered storage, and market updates based on technological applications such as mobiles and supported by cooperative governance training. Step four, standards integration. Producers move through three levels: basic, enhanced, and premium access, upgrading from digital documentation to third party verification, and finally, blockchain compliance. Then on to step five, we focus on scale decision gate. Performance is reviewed here. If waste is reduced by a certain percentage, price is increases by a certain percentage, then we expand. And to the step six, we focus on network expansion. More hubs are added, sharing logistics and coordination. And final step seven, full integration, cross-border trade, automated compliance, and the regional cooperative federation bring the system to maturity.